I need to welcome someone special in conjunction with what our DC Dara has said. I want to bring up Dr. Mrs. Felicia Chinwe-Mogu to speak on blue economy.
Good afternoon, everyone. May I humbly request to stand on the existing protocol as I give this impromptu presentation. But most of all, I really want to appreciate a good friend and really the ambassador of the ocean herself, Mrs. Olaiton, for this opportunity. Yeah, it's just to give us very informal information about the ocean of Nigeria. That we have more of resources actually in the ocean. And we also know that the mainstay of our foreign exchange, which is the crude oil, that gives us the major earning of in our GDP, mostly we have in the ocean. And in the process of now exploring all these resources in the ocean, the flora, the fauna, the mineral resources, the ocean is being assaulted, in several ways. It has also given rise to secondary industries, as we've heard, the shipping boat service vessels, and so on and so forth. So, when we talk about the blue economy, which is actually exploring the resources in the marine environment with much respect, with utmost respect, because if we think of it, if we don't have the marine environment, we won't be talking about blue economy. So blue economy is just advising or just putting it on us that we must explore these resources in the ocean, and keep the marine environment, try to keep it intact, based on the sustainable, what we call pillars of sustainable sustainability, which is looking at the economic, the social, and the environmental aspects. So that is what it's all about. And actually, the three major stressors of the ocean, as we all know, it's kind of security issues. As we talk about the Gulf of Guinea now, we talk about the security issues, we talk about pollution, and also the climate change, which is an emerging issue, and of which again, marine litter is also a major source of pollution that is facing the world. We keep calling it emerging issue. But I was telling a colleague of mine that it's no more emerging. It has really emerged, and it's really staying. But it's for us to now tell it to leave. So Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, NIMASA, that I work for, has really made at the end of that day, the Director General of NIMASA, Dr. Adol put aside, put it on us that we cannot leave. And also with other lovers of the marine environment, the DG, Chamber of Shipping, they said that we will not leave unless we have a way of really moving on this blue economy, because the theme was partnership, the key to sustainable blue economy. So talking about Nigerian blue economy, we have to remember these stressors, as I've said, and the effort that is being made. Like Nigeria, about 3 weeks ago, NIMASA, with the support of Ministry of Transport, held the first ever global maritime security conference to attend to the issues or security issues we have in the Gulf of Guinea, and it's actually yielding fruits now. They are talking about the pollution aspect of it. What has been done is that exactly what Mrs. Williams is doing today is kind of what we've been preaching for, and we are very happy that it's now being discussed at this level. That's what we'll be preaching, that people should, our slogan is that the more people should join the sing the chorus, so that we sing very, very loud. And now she's joining us, she's been making this effort, and as you can see, it's yielding great food if you're going to put it in the curriculum. So, and we know that record has it also that about 3,000 to 4,000 persons visit Nigerian ports. The average visits Nigerian ports every year. And when they come to, it's not just about what they are carrying. Some of them are carrying substances that can leak, like crude oil. It leaks, it will harm the environment. Some of them also carry bulk cargo that when lost, it will also pollute the environment. And we have international conventions. We have the IMO conventions, of which NIMASA, as the focal point for Nigeria, has kind of signed into. There are over 15 of them, and we even have our regulations, the merchant shipping regulations. Those are the things the students can also check on the internet and see what they are talking about. So these regulations are the things that are helping us to regulate, check that how people are really using the ocean. You know, so there's so much, and there's a lot of benefits actually, apart from all these ones I've mentioned. The main speaker has already said and talked about opportunities. We talk about tourism, we talk about research, and now that areas that we are here to consider to be areas that are free, that anybody can go and that doesn't belong to anybody. Now there is now a law, a draft. It's already drafted under by United Nations General Assembly that areas, high sea areas, should belong to the adjacent countries. And countries like Korea, they are already going to benefit from the genetic resources that are abound there, and medicinal resources like for medicine, like for very bad cases like cancer. They're all found there, and they're all going to tap into that. So if we must really be part of it, part of the strong seas, that's what it means. When you're really able to keep to your environmental regulations and you're being able to tap into these resources, you are termed to be a strong user of the sea. So we want to, well, just like we're also part of it on the global level, we should individually really make effort to see that we are part of the strong seas program. What do we mean by this? You benefit from the resources without abusing the marine environment, and that's what we are all here for today. So countries like Seychelles, I was telling them when they were interviewing me that Seychelles was a poor country, so to say, but Seychelles has been able to turn around the economy through venturing into the blue economy. So let's always bear it in mind that blue economy is nothing more than taking care of the marine environment, respecting it, and tap into the resources that are abound there. So Seychelles is now one of the first-class economies in the world. EU is on record that European Union created 3.5 billion jobs by venturing into the blue economy. We have to remember all the time that is having the respect for the marine environment. Now in Nemasa, we have the marine litter marshals. Yeah, like they are policing the marine environment. They are youths from the coastal communities that are empowered, educated, and are being paid, you know, for protecting the marine environment. That's what the present administration has done now. We have done partnership with the United Nations to identify the hotspots of where we have this marine litter in the marine environment, and we're also clearing them. Every year there is a project to clear the heaps of this litter in the environment, and we are still going on more. We are developing we have the draft maritime action plan for marine litter management, things like that. We have issues like the climate change. We should also join in fighting this climate change, especially from shipping. When our shipping agents, ship owners, we really key in, we can use the opportunity that the regulation, the recent IMO regulation of removing from 3.5 sulfur content of in bunker fuel to 0.5 sulfur content in the bunker fuel. You know, Nigeria, we have sweet Brent. So these are still opportunities for business, but unfortunately we don't have platforms for bunkering in Nigeria. So when ship owners come, they will go to Lome to bunker, then start coming to Nigeria. So these are business opportunities in the ocean. We should now tap into that instead of, because the alternative is that if you don't want to change from 3.5% to 0.5%, you can use alternative, and we have very huge alternative in the sweet Brent that we have. Yeah, if I start talking about the environment, it is so huge that I may exceed it. 10 minutes given to me, but I want to promise that anytime we are called, maybe to get closer to these children by way of giving them lessons or anyhow at their own level, that we are available for it. And on behalf of Nemasa, I really want to thank you all and recognizing so much the presence of the image of the organization that Ajia Lami Tumaka. Thank you very much.